区块链的技术中，安全、透明化以及去中心化是其主要的特色，也为不少的产业带来了冲击。像是所谓的基金投资，特别是在对冲基金的领域，有科技团队就导入了加密货币区块链的概念，在对冲基金的投资上头，甚至建立了独特的双代币模式，让更多人能够一起来参与。怎么样改变传统金融的生态？请看今天的关键对话。
关键时刻掌握关键对话。大家好，我是思翰。相信有很多观众朋友都有听说过对冲基金这样子的一个工具哦，它是适合在高风险，但是同时也具有高报酬率的这样一个投资标的，我们所使用的工具。而且呢，我们说到最近其实起伏最剧烈，大家第一个想到的可能就是所谓的虚拟货币了。因此呢，现在也有科技公司呢，他们是把相关的概念，包括像是 blockchain 等等的技术，都导入到这边来，是透过包括像去中心化以及双代币制度这样子的一个概念呢，让一般的大众也可以来投入这样子的一个投资。但它到底是怎么样来运作，它的细节又是为何呢？我们今天很荣幸的是为您邀请到了专营量化策略科技的 Chronos 它的创办人 Mark 要来谈谈他的看法。Hello, Mark.
Hello, Sahan, and hello everyone at home. My name is Mark, and I'm an entrepreneur in the blockchain space. I'm the founder of a platform called Chronos, and I'm so happy to be here today.
First of all, can you simply introduce blockchain to us? Because I think most of the investors they are not that understanding this concept.
Sure. So you can think of blockchain as a network of computers that can securely synchronize information. That means that if one computer knows that someone in New York is paying someone in Taipei, then all the computers around the world will know at the same time that this has happened.
So why do you think that people say blockchain may lead a revolution in the whole industry and especially in the financial industry?
So blockchain is really a technology that can change how people work and live. It is something that, like the internet before it, is making the world a lot smaller. We can pay people across the globe, we can communicate across the globe, and we can do this in a very secure way.
And we know that you were working in the hedge fund industry. So what do you think the biggest problem in the traditional way of hedge funds?
So I've worked in the hedge fund industry for about 12 years now. And if you look at my personal money, it's actually not in hedge funds because it's very difficult for the individual investor to invest their money into today's hedge funds. Sure, so if you think about what hedge funds are designed to do, they are designed to mitigate risk and to mitigate risk in complex ways. The individual investor normally has access to investments that tend to rise and fall with the same type of motions. So if I go out and I buy an index fund, the whole world will tend to, all the different assets in the world will tend to behave in the same way. Hedge funds are designed to be less correlated with these different types of assets. So if you look at what happened in 2007, 2008, when the world economies were struggling, many hedge funds actually performed very well because they're able to understand how to best mitigate these risks. So you can think of it as a risk, but personally I think of it as a benefit in order to allow a much wider range of investors to access these types of strategies.
Do you have like some exact example about how Chronos solved these problems that help people to join the hedge fund?
If you've heard about blockchain, you've probably heard about Bitcoin and different tokens. Chronos has its own set of tokens. It is based on a two-token system. So there's one token, which we're calling the parent token, which is involved with the access of the main fund. So this contains different functions, such as those regarding market data or connectivity to different exchanges for trading. The second set of tokens are what we call security tokens, and these represent the individual strategies. Every strategy in the system will have its own security token. Some strategies will be for longer-term investors, and some will be for shorter-term investors. And the thing with these different strategies is that they will appeal to investors of different risk appetites and will react with the market in different ways.
Can I say Chronos is a platform, or is like more like a fund, or yeah, how can I describe Chronos?
Chronos is a multi-strategy hedge fund where we are tokenizing the strategies. It is a technology platform, which means that trading teams from around the globe will eventually be able to trade their strategies on Chronos.
So in this kind of invest, who made a decision? It's like the investor, they make decision, or the trader, or it's actually the big data or AI making the decision?
Chronos is really centered around machine learning and AI and big data. But this means that it is a process for many of these different technologies to become decentralized and available to a more widespread group of people. In the beginning, Kronos will have professional management. This means that we are bringing in the best in machine learning and the best in computing to help us make investing decisions. Over time, we want to decentralize more and more aspects of the hedge fund such that we can have a much wider range of participation.
And can you make some example about how blockchain technology really used in the way or the method they are trading in the trading? Because before, people using money to buy the fund and earn the money. So in the new way, in the new trend, what's the difference?
Right, so if you think about blockchain, one of the key aspects of blockchain is transparency, and another is decentralization. So what we're looking to do is apply these different concepts into a hedge fund structure. So if you look at many traditional hedge funds, they are governed by what we call superstar fund managers. So these are the fund managers that have a lot of control over how funds work. Many of these fund managers are extremely skilled at what they do, but at the same time, if they decide to retire or move on, then the fund is severely impacted. What we're looking to do is create a more decentralized fund where the participants, the token holders, are able to step in for tasks that normally the superstar fund manager would have control over. But what we want to be careful about is the speed at which we do this, because if we were to open it up too quickly, that might not be good as well. So in the beginning, we're going to be very transparent with how the fund is governed, but a lot of the governing functions will be done with professional managers. And over time, we're going to relax these constraints in order to allow the wider range of investors to be able to assist. We'll have applications for token holders to be able to log in and view what's going on in the fund and also make decisions of their own. For instance, many different trading teams that are in Kronos will from time to time ask for additional assets to manage, and the decisions of how much assets these different trading teams will have access to is something that token holders can help guide.
So can we say it's a more safe and more people can participate in it, right?
Right. So I think the benefits are really it's really a more democratic approach to structuring a hedge fund, one where we are introducing markets for aspects of the fund that were previously very exclusive.
And we know that you were living in the USA, but now you want to base your company in Taipei. So do you see any potential of Taiwan or Taipei in blockchain technology or in this area?
Definitely. So we are big proponents of Taiwan, which is why we've decided to base our company here. Taiwan is a great place for information technology. There's great access to talent here, and the supply chain for information technology here is very strong. It's really a balance between where these companies can find the talent to staff and create the technology and the regulatory environments where these types of technologies and companies will be encouraged. So Taiwan, I think, is a great blend of that. And the government here has shown that they are willing to consider the risk of bringing in this type of technology into the country, but they want to do it in a way that they can still bring in and still help foster this type of environment.
Okay, so in the end, is there anything you want to say more or talk more about the Kronos or about blockchain technology?
We're just really excited in general about the platform, about being here in Taiwan, and about blockchain in general. It's really a great ecosystem, one in which innovation and creativity is encouraged. And the fact that so many people are leaving their traditional jobs in the finance sector, but really any sector across different industries, and going into blockchain and trying to understand how to disrupt existing businesses with this type of technology. It's just so encouraging and so fresh, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it.
Thank you, Mark. Really nice to talk to you. 其实就是看准台湾在整个投资环境上的友善程度呢，还有人才哦，所以让国外的新创企业想要进来台湾，而透过这样子新的科技的投资的方式，也让投资大众能够在这个瞬息万变的市场中取得更公平的机会，也掌握更多商机。以上今天关键对话，感谢您的收看，我是思翰，我们下次见。